Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX, right here in East Tennessee. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and do so. That is down below, right below my name here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Got great content that comes on this channel. And as a matter of fact, this Sunday night, October the 6th at 9 p.m., we're going to have a special Skywarn Symposium. And that's going to feature some great people. The one that you would probably know the most is going to be Chief Meteorologist James Spann from ABC 3340 in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, what you may not know is James is also a ham. He's WO4W, or as he would say, watching out for weather. He's going to come on. James is also an award-winning, or not award-winning, best-selling book author. A couple of books he's written. One of them that I have is All You Can Do Is Pray, and it's his recount as well as victim stories of the April 27th, 2011 super tornado outbreak. He'll be on the show. We're going to have a meteorologist from the National Weather Service, Jeremy Buckles, WX4JLB. He'll be in the house. And we're also going to have a Skywarn coordinator, Greg Williams, K4HSM. So we're just going to sit around and have a discussion about weather and ham radio for about an hour. And if we have time, we'll have a Q&A from the audience. So make sure you stay tuned. And the way you won't forget about that is if you click the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. If you do that, you'll get a notification when we go live and also when we post videos. So again, thank you for being here and thank you for liking and subscribing. I wanted to touch base. A lot of you found my channel because of Hurricane Helene. We aired the Hurricane Watch Net throughout the duration of the event this week, and I wanted to give a follow-up because there's a lot of impacts to what had happened. Now, if you'll give me a second to share the screen here, there we go. Now you should be seeing it. So this is from the Associated Press, and I wanted to go to a source that would give us the most information in a short amount of time. At least 64 people have died because of Hurricane Helene. Millions are still without power as of this recording, and this is Saturday, September 28th at 10:25 p.m. So millions are still without power all across the Southeast. And we'll just read the story here. And credit to Stephen Smith, Kate Payne, and Heather Hollingsworth. From Perry, Florida, massive rains from powerful Hurricane Helene left people stranded without shelter and awaiting rescue on Saturday as cleanup began from a tempest that killed at least 64 people, caused widespread destruction across the United States Southeast, and left millions without power. I've never seen so many people homeless as what I see right now, said Janelia England of Steinhatchee, Florida. I apologize if I mispronounced the name. A small river town along the state's rural Big Bend, as she turned her commercial fish market into a storm donation site for friends and neighbors, many of whom couldn't get insurance on their homes. Helene blew ashore in Florida's Big Bend region as a Category 4 hurricane late Thursday with winds of 140 miles per hour or 225 kilometers per hour. From there, it quickly moved through Georgia, where Governor Brian Kemp said Saturday it looks like a bomb went off after viewing splintered homes and debris-covered highways from the air. Weakened Helene then soaked the Carolinas and Tennessees with torrential rains, sending creeks and rivers over their banks and straining dams. Western North Carolina was isolated because of landslides and flooding that forced a closure of Interstate 40 and other roads. All those closures delayed the start of the East Tennessee State University football game against the Citadel because the Buccaneers' drive to Charleston, South Carolina took 16 hours. Okay, East Tennessee State is about 2 hours north and east of me, but they're still the same distance roughly to Charleston from here. And I got to tell you, Charleston's only about a 5 to 6 hour drive from here. So 16 hours to get to Charleston's insane. Absolutely insane. There have been hundreds of water rescues, none more dramatic than in rural Unicoi County in East Tennessee, where dozens of patients and staff were plucked by a helicopter from the hospital rooftop on Friday. And the rescues continued into the following day in Buncombe County, North Carolina, where part of Asheville was underwater. To say that this caught us off guard would be an understatement, said Quentin Miller, the county sheriff. Asheville resident Mario Moraga said it's heartbreaking to see the damage in Biltmore Village neighborhood, and neighbors have been going house to house to check on each other and offer support. There's no cell phone service and no electricity, he said. While there have been deaths in the county, Emergency Services Director Van Taylor Jones said he wasn't ready to report specifics, partially because down cell towers hindered efforts to contact the next of kin. Relatives put out desperate pleas for help on Facebook. Among those waiting for news was Francine Kavanaugh, whose sister told her she was going to check on guests at a vacation cabin as the storm began hitting Asheville. Kavanaugh, who lives in Atlanta, hasn't been able to reach her since. I think that people are just completely stuck, she said. The storm, now a post-tropical cyclone, was expected to hover over Tennessee Valley on Saturday and Sunday, the National Hurricane Center said. It unleashed the worst flooding in a century in North Carolina, where Governor Roy Cooper described it as catastrophic, as search and rescue teams from 19 states and the federal government came to help. One community, Spruce Pine, was doused with over 2 feet of rain from Tuesday through Saturday. And in Atlanta, 11.12 inches of rain fell over 48 hours, the most the city has seen in over 2 days since record keeping began in 1878. President Joe Biden said Saturday that Helene's devastation has been overwhelming and pledged to send help. Helene is the deadliest tropical cyclone for South Carolina since Hurricane Hugo killed 35 people when it came ashore just north of Charleston in 1989. Deaths also have been reported in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. Moody's Analytics said it expects $15 billion to $26 billion in property damage. AccuWeather's preliminary estimate of the damage and economic loss from Helene in the United States is between $95 billion and $110 billion. I'm not going to get into this climate change stuff because the last thing we need is something in the comments about climate change. So I'm going to leave off on the Associated Press article here. You heard earlier we were talking about the Unicoi County Hospital, and I want to show you what that looked like. This is courtesy of WJHL. It is the CBS affiliate in Johnson City, Tennessee. And there won't be any audio here, but I want you to see this is normally a road right here. There's this hospital right there. Now, of course, the folks have been rescued already, but I've seen photographs of people up on top of the roof there in the hospital. It's extremely dangerous. See a hotel here and a Shell gas station. This church's basement's completely full. So it was quite frightening scenes. CNN also covered the story. Shout out to Elise Hammond, who I actually used to work with at WBIR in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hi, Elise, if you're actually watching this. Nicole Chavez, Zoe Sotal, and Sarah Smart. And I'll read a little bit of this article. More than 50 people have been rescued after being stranded on the roof of a Tennessee hospital on Friday. Some of them for hours due to rising waters from Hurricane Helene, and according to a city official. Those dozens of people trapped atop Unicoi County Hospital in Irwin, Tennessee, were all taken to safety as of Friday evening. Michael Baker, Irwin's alderman, told CNN. We've had a constant stream of helicopters picking them up and dropping them off into the city at safe places, Baker said earlier on Friday. There's a helicopter on top of the hospital, and we have another one hovering nearby to start carousel getting everyone off. But this is a team effort. Ballad Health, which manages Unicoi, was notified the hospital needed to be evacuated around 9:30 a.m. local time on Friday. The healthcare organization said in a post on X, but because of flooding and high winds from the deadly storm, ambulances and helicopters could not reach the building safely. Irwin, about 100 miles east of Knoxville, is located in the southern Appalachian Mountains close to the Tennessee border with North Carolina. A total of 54 people were moved from the roof, and 7 others were put into rescue boats. Ballard Health said in a statement earlier on Friday, the hospital system said the count included 11 patients. So one of the things that I've been told about this is that they believe that hospital is a total loss. And that's a very scary thing. When you think of hospitals, you think of a place of refuge, a place of safety. You don't think that you're going to need to be rescued yourself from a hospital. So very, very scary stuff. One other thing that I'll point out here, we have had some of you may know, I'm also the assistant coordinator for Skywarn over Knoxville, Tennessee. And we've been called to action. That's why you haven't seen a lot of content from me in the past couple of days. We had several possible dam situations. And the issue with that is these dams that had potential failures all led towards Knoxville. There was the Waterville Dam, supposedly had issues in North Carolina. Then the Walters Dam also supposedly had issues. And then Nolichucky Dam ended up having some issues. I want to show you some pictures from the Nolichucky Dam. This is just incredible stuff. So this is courtesy of Fox Weather. And just look at this water right here coming off the side of the dam. I'll just let you watch here for a second. Incredible stuff. Look at how powerful that water is. It's a very old dam. It's a very, very old dam. So it's very fortunate that this dam did not fail. None of the dams failed. None of them. They all just had failure warnings on them. So fortunate. This could have gone a lot worse, and it got very close to going a lot worse. But ultimately it did not. So anyway, I don't want to take any more of your time. 12 minutes or 13 minutes in. I appreciate you guys watching Ham Shack TV. If you're already subscribed, thank you. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and help me out and hit that subscribe button down below. Down below my name there where it says please subscribe. Go ahead and hit that. That helps the channel greatly. And if you want to stay alert to any additional streams and videos that we may do down the road, which you already know about one video that's coming up, one stream that's coming up next Sunday night, go ahead and hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. There you'll get a push notification from YouTube letting you know when I go live and when I post another video. Also, if you feel like supporting the channel in any other way, that would be greatly appreciated. Down in the description, you'll see some links. Any one of those links will help this channel, whether you purchase something on Amazon or you need to get your ham radio license, use hamradioprep.com. Coupon code HamShackTV will get you an additional 10% off their already fantastic license course prices. Heil Ham Radio, we've got Bridgecom Systems, Alpha Antenna. All these are great companies that I'm happy to share with you guys. So that's it for now. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know. Are we done with hurricane season yet? Technically runs through December 1st. So tell me what your thoughts are. You think we're going to see some more? I certainly hope not. Let me know. Thanks for watching. 73s, everybody. This is AA4WX, WSCB 693.